In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready. Whoa. 20, TX.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get into that rhythm you want to find early.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Tua now from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be Texans football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ow,
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Shotgun now, 1st round. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Pulled in at the 20. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. It's a foot race. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins need only one to take the lead. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Oh, baby! He got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that was going to catch him.
Johnson now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Here we go.
Now begin with a run by Mixon. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Javon Holland there to make the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Keeping it with Mixon. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here's Stroud now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
This is right, running left. Room to work at the 35. Down the sideline to the 45. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here we go, let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
All the QBs in this league, they love their slot guys. We see it all over the NFL, that close relationship between quarterback and slot receiver. They play in such, well, just such chemistry. But then when you get a defender that can get in the middle of it and mix it up and read and react in that kind of way, you get interceptions right out of the slot. That is a job well done.
1st down, Stroud. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. Has a lane inside the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
That's the end of our 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score.
Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. They'll motion a tight end left. Mixon does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Here's Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up play. To get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. On the return, here's Jones. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hey! You're right here.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
All right, let's go.
Working quickly here.
Let's go. Solo left Zion. Out.
First down. Here's Tua. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Here's a give inside to right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal. They run again with right. Jukes one to fit, and he barrels across for the touchdown. The Dolphins lead by 14. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out. He's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. They'll try this extra point. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
On the quick, right? Robin.
From the gun, Stroud. Cut by Diggs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. So that penalty declines. They're happy enough stuffing that last play at the line for no gain. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again. Running it after the penalty. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans trying to make some noise before halftime. They'll run the draw with Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here we go. 11.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Texans set to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. That's grabbed at the 10. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be their football. First and 10 now from the 30.
Get safe. Go ahead. Come on, 2. Water, long.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackle made by Jeff Okudah.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Yeah, ready.
Putting a receiver in motion.
G. 21G.
2nd and 10 now. Pitts brings it in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Hey, 21 T8. Solo left Zion.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
Ready. Watson, Oscar.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. Trying again following the sack. He put everything he had into this one. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. That one vehemently swatted away. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Miami touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Returning it from the 4. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success, and that's exactly what they did.
Stroud from the pistol. Diggs there to bring it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shotgun now for Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Oh, ready?
Stroud off the play fake. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He'll get it at the 9. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins will have some work to do as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Out.
Opening carry for ncaa. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
All right, come on. TX. Out.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready. Shot.
Handoff running left, A-Chain. Works his way to the 35. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. He saw that running lane pretty early. You could tell a quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once he touched the second level.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Here's a reverse. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partner, as he's wrapped up shy of the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Oh, right.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Hey, uno.
Stroud. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Right.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Schultz with the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
He takes it at the 4. And this return finally comes to an end. What a stretch it was to give his guys a short field. He nearly took this one all the way. A huge return that easily could have ended in 6. And the Dolphins will have themselves a short field to begin the drive. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey! Hey! Turbo 1, high. Let's go. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Yep.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Chased out to his right. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
All right. Ready.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
This is Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for second down.
On the quick, right?
A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
19 Texas.
On third and long, it's Stroud. Hits his running back. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Punting unit out now. And he's been one of the players of this game. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. That's taken on the 7. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third.
Texans 6.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey.
They'll start the drive with Achan. Makes it, and he's out the clear. 30. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
So the Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit for a try here. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Johnson now on the return. A reverse on the opening kickoff. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go. Ray.
Throwing from the gun. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
1st down, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
The tackle made back in his own 49.
Robin.
From the gun, Stroud. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On play action, here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Good. Step.
Tua off the play fake. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Miami. Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Johnson with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Johnson on the return. The Texans take over first and 10.